Tampa Bay and the Jets. Geno Smith started for the Jets. Maybe you heard about this. Mark Sanchez says, look, if you're really in trouble, just raise your hands up and say, help, someone come and help me. So what kind of first half was it for Geno? Not one to write home about. Was this preseason inability to grasp the offense gonna hurt him? Hurt the Jets right here. Fumbles, the ball comes out. That would result in a Doug Martin touchdown. Tampa Bay would take a 14-5 lead. Geno Smith again overthrows Clyde Gates. Tampa Bay with the interception. Things would get a little worse for Geno. Here he is trying to avoid the sack. Instead, he loses 20. Tampa Bay looked like they were taking control of this game, but just before halftime, Geno Smith takes the Jets on a drive. Less than 40 seconds left to go. Kellen Winslow open on the goal line. Geno Smith finds him. Tampa Bay down 14, or now only up 14-12. Jets go in on a big upswing. How would Darrelle Revis do in his return to New York? Well, Antonio Cromartie had some advice.
Knowing Revis as well as you do, will you give Geno any tips?
Yeah.
What?
Don't throw the ball to his side.
Geno actually did try a couple of times. Here he is looking for Santonio Holmes on the slant. How many times did Revis do this for the Jets? Incomplete. Again, here's Geno looking deep, thinking end zone. Revis just behind it. Almost an interception against his former team. How about Josh Freeman? Well, I think Josh Freeman's going to look for the snap a lot earlier the next time. First score of the game, a safety by the Jets. Freeman not looking, the ball goes out of the end zone. Again, safety's rampant throughout the NFL today. Freeman again looking in the end zone. Mike Williams beats rookie D. Milliner, who never turned around. This is how Tampa Bay got their 7-2 lead on the Jets. And then just before halftime, the bad Josh Freeman came back again. Picked off by DeJuan Landry, who had a nice long return. This set up the Jets touchdown that made it 14-12, so an uneven day continues for Josh Freeman. Fourth quarter, the game still in doubt after a Nick Folk field goal gave the Jets the lead. There's a pass to Vincent Jackson, who takes it all the way down to the Jets' 26-yard line. Touchdown-saving tackle by Demario Davis. It looks like the Bucs are going to pull it out. They kick a field goal to go up 17-15. But Jets' last chance. 15 seconds left to go. Geno Smith flushed out of the pocket, runs out of bounds for the first down, and hang on a second. That is a late hit penalty on the Buccaneers. Levante David hits Geno Smith after he's taken a step out of bounds. The Bucs coaches say, don't do that again, we could lose. And they do lose. Next play, Nick Folk, just inside the uprights. The Jets win 18-17. Geno Smith, just like we drew it up, the NFL belongs to him for a day.
This game was Tom Brady's home opener, with the Patriots coming off of a last-second win in Buffalo, and Geno Smith with a last-second win at home against Tampa. It is Geno Smith getting the ball first, and the second possession for Geno Smith, he hits Stephen Hill over the middle, and Stephen Hill grabs it, and then the ball pops loose. Aqib Talib stripped him, and Devin McCourty picks it up and returns it, and that led to a Stephen Gostkowski field goal, and this one was over the middle, and the ball comes loose.
Yeah, we're talking about taking care of the football, hanging on to that thing, and there you go. First series, they give it right to the Patriots.
Then Geno down 10-0, flips this one out to Santonio Holmes, who started to make some plays.
As he told me before the game, Prime, this was just my first preseason game last week. He figured it was a preseason game. And so now he's in week 2 pretty much.
And Geno hung in there, Marshall. He hung in there on that throw.
He did, Rich, and that's what you got to do. You got to stand in there. And guess what? Your teammates respect you when you do that.
And then Geno Smith buying time finds Clyde Gates in the end zone. A delayed call from the side judge, who comes in and rules touchdown, but every score is reviewed. And after further review, the ball is loose on the ground. No touchdown. The Jets have to settle for a field goal.
That catch right there to help out the young quarterback. You have to make that play.
Now, with all of the Patriots' offensive weapons either on different teams or injured, it's new bunch of guys for Tom Brady. This was the first score of the game. A touchdown throw from Tom Brady to Aaron Dobson, and that was pretty much Dobson's last quality catch of the night.
I'm just glad he caught this one.
As the Jets defensively were caught on their heels with 9 guys all up front, but none of them watching Dobson go for the touchdown. It's 10-3, middle of the second quarter. Brady up top to Dobson. Oh, boy.
This was kind of the story of the game for the Patriots. They're trying to throw the football, and they are just out of whack. And Tom got a little frustrated with these almost catches.
5 minutes to go in the second half, and there is Kenbrell Tompkins.
That was a read route. He was supposed to sit it down at the goal line. The pass would have been right on the money.
So it's incomplete. They have to settle for a field goal. It's 13-3 right before the half. Kenbrell Tompkins grabs this one for a touchdown, and the route is on. The Patriots are up 19-3, but after further review, the ball hits the ground before Tompkins can corral it.
It was a great effort by Tompkins, really laid out to get that ball. I know Tom Brady wishes he could take just a little bit off that.
And then Gostowski misses the field goal. They get no points. Teddy Bruschi had his moment in the sun, figuratively, and then the rain, literally, as he went into the Patriots Hall of Fame at halftime.
Pretty cool, Rich.
Second half, 13-3 is the score. Geno Smith began making some nice throws.
Yes, Antonio Holmes gets 2 feet in on the sideline, and now he's fighting back. This guy showed a lot of grit tonight.
5 plays later, Bilal Powell up the gut, and it is a 3-point game. The Jets trail 13-10. Fourth quarter we go. Geno Smith had the ball in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 5. Down just 3. 11 and change to go. Plus side of the field, and Geno just don't do that. Throws it late and behind Santonio Holmes' tip drill, and that was an interception by Aqib Talib.
I would have liked to have seen Santonio Holmes fight a little harder to help his quarterback out, to make sure at least to try to knock that ball down.
And that was Brady spraying his hands in case that stone hands thing was contagious. Later on in the fourth quarter, 8:40 to go, thrown over the middle. Bounce pass to Kenbrell Tompkins. 2 possessions later for the Jets, still in it, still down 3. 4.5 to go, 3rd and short. Smith picked off by Alfonso Dennard.
That was a poor throw, bad read, bad route, bad all the way around.
Patriots ensuing drive, 3 minutes to go. Brady finds his most trusted receiver on the night, Julian Edelman, 13 catches, but for 78 yards. Every last catch and yard crucial. After the 2-minute warning, a run by Stephen Ridley, and Wilkerson goes down. Fans boo, thinking that he's jaking it. But guess what? The clock runs when he gets up anyway. Geno Smith comes back out less than a minute to go, still down 3. And he goes to the sideline, and it's Aqib Talib picking him off once again, wrapping things up for the New England Patriots on the night. The Patriots had an up-and-down game in Buffalo. They played the feud at the end of the game. A couple of Jets got flagged and ejected as Geno Smith leaves dejected. Final score, the Patriots, despite an up-and-down game in Buffalo, and then tonight looking as choppy as we've seen them on offense, maybe any time in the Belichick era. There are no pictures on the standings. The New England Patriots are 2-0.
What about the top 2 quarterbacks taken in the draft? First-round pick E.J. Manuel taking on the second-round pick Geno Smith, who I believe the Bills passed over. Was sitting in that draft room. Second quarter, Jets up by a point. Geno looking for Stephen Hill. Pretty pitch and catch.
I like that because not only was it an accurate throw, he took a hit right in the ribs, and he put down a dime.
Smith, 16 of 29, 331, and a couple of scores. On to the fourth quarter, Jets up 8. E.J. Manuel looking for Stevie Johnson. That's incomplete, but Kyle Wilson calls for illegal contact, so that's a first down. 2 plays later, Manuel. Yeah, we get it. Penalty. Looking for Johnson. 6 catches, 86 yards. That moves the chains. But we got a man down, and we got a personal foul on this. The Jets, 20 penalties in the game for 168 yards. 20? 3 plays later, 3rd and 7. Manuel Scott Chandler.
Get in.
No penalty there. Bills go for 2. They get it. We're tied at 20. Next Jets possession. 1st and 15 after the penalty. Smith to Santonio Holmes. What up, Holmes?
Great throw. Perfect throw. Great concentration.
Great coverage, by the way.
5 catches, 154 yards, and that touchdown. Jets back up 7, but here come the Bills. 2nd and 4, Manuel. Oh, he's dropped. 8th time on the day, Manuel was sacked. Now on 4th and 7, under 2 to go, looking for Robert Woods, the rookie. That does it. Geno Smith, Rex Ryan, and the combustible Jets are 2-1. Shush. Good with us. They're both checking in at 2-1. Jake Locker taking on Geno Smith, who was picked off on his first pass attempt on Sunday.
It's not a good sign.
No, it wasn't a good day for him at all. Second quarter, Smith picked off by Alternain Verna, his second interception of the game. Also recovered a Smith fumble on the day. 7 plays later, waning seconds of the half, Jake Locker to Justin Hunter. His first 2 catches in the NFL ended up like that.
Yeah, he's a tall guy that can go up and get it now from Tennessee, and this kid's got a chance to be a heck of a receiver in the league.
That's a horrible play by the corner. Just grab an arm.
Locker, 18-24, $149, and 3 touchdowns. Would have been better numbers except for this hit by Muhammad Wilkerson. Locker down for the count. You can see he grabs his right hip, carted off, hospitalized as well. Update coming your way tonight on Game Day Final. Fourth quarter, Smith dropping back. He gets dropped by Carl Klug. And that's it. That's a touchdown.
Sack, strip, fumble, touchdown.
He didn't do what I just think he did.
Yeah.
Did he just try to put the ball behind his back like he was on the playground?
Yeah.
He tried to switch it like he playing basketball.
I was going to say, Jason Kidd used to be great at that.
Man,
Back in
what's
the
wrong
day,
with
man.
man?
It was good. 4 turnovers on the day for the rookie. In the meantime, hey, dust off Ryan Fitzpatrick and that beard hit to Nate Washington, 77 yards on the score.
He really wants to score a touchdown on that.
Was that the official we saw almost break this pass up?
Watch Cromartie's face when he just looked at it with his head on the turf.
Yeah, that's the back judge, Billy Smith. We got to work on that.
Billy on the turf.
Billy?
Hey, look who's 3-1. Mike Munchak and the Titans.
Went down. These are the highlights. Geno Smith, 8 interceptions and only 4 touchdowns coming in. Matty Ice hasn't looked so icy lately. First quarter, Falcons in trouble here.
Yeah, if you're the wing, you cannot get beat inside right there, Heath. You can't allow that to happen.
I played that wing for 7-8 years of my 10-year career. Listen, make them go the long route outside.
Look at that smile from Rex. Jets ball on the Falcons 34. And this is a crazy play, too. What on earth is going on in this game?
What do they say? Better to be lucky than good?
Or he drops the easy one right here, hits him in the chest, doesn't catch that one. Ball gets hit all over the place, and then he dives and makes this catch.
Hey, listen. Hey, make the easy one. You only get 1 catch on the stat sheet, Cumberland.
So first down for the Jets there. 4 plays later, Rex decides to go for it on 4th and 1. The Jets break the huddle with 5 seconds left on the play clock, but for some reason they have a penalty. So it's delay a game on the Jets. They would settle for a Nick Folk 22-yard field goal, and the Jets go up 3-0. The Falcons on the ensuing possession. Matt Ryan throwing to Roddy White, who fumbles. Julio Jones finally corrals it, and he picks up the first down.
Hey, that's a big man. That's a sweet little, scoop and almost score. But Roddy White, hold on to the ball, baby.
There were some wild plays early in this one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this was crazy. So you move ahead to the second quarter. The Falcons have the ball on the same drive. It's 3rd and goal on the Jets 4. Ryan, little shovel pass to Jason Stanley. That's a 4-yard touchdown, and the Falcons feeling good because they're on top 7-3 at this point. Take another look at this one.
Is it shovel or shuffle? I mean, I've always heard shovel, but you were arguing with me earlier. But beautiful play, any way you design it. I mean, you get the defensive end running up the field. Matt Ryan, nice job, buddy.
Either or.
It's a touchdown. You can call it that.
6 to 1, half a dozen of the other. So there's some confusion here, right? Jeff Cumberland's coming in the huddle. Kellen Winslow's supposed to be in. Look at Marty Mornhinweg.
It's 12 personnel. It's 11 personnel. It's 2 tight. It's 1 tight. Hey.
So if you want to get Jeff Cumberland going, just yell at him.
Yeah.
That's a big-time throw by Geno Smith right there.
I like the catch, but as DJ said, that throw makes that play. Thing of beauty.
Was he doing the dirty bird there in Atlanta?
Yeah, but he added something to it. I'm not sure what he added to it, but he added something.
Well, and here's Cumberland again, this time rumbling for 47 yards. The Jets once again in the red zone.
Not a lot of pass rush, and Geno Smith able to find some big seams in this Falcons secondary.
Then Geno to another guy who played pretty well tonight, Jeremy Curley. This is a great individual effort.
Not by Asante Samuel. Come on, Zach. At least put some hands on him.
Should he have tried a little harder?
I mean, he put a hat on him, put a shoulder. I mean, maybe he was worried about getting a defensive fine or something.
Look at Geno getting them all pumped up. Mike Smith going for it on 4th and goal just before halftime. Now, they get the penalty here. It's pass interference, so the Falcons have a fresh set of downs. They could have kicked it, taken the points.
Take your 3 points. Now, if that man was healthy, I can understand go for it on 4th and 1.
Instead, they give it to Jacquizz Rodgers, and he is stopped for no gain. So the Falcons go into halftime, trailing by 10. It could have been a 7-point game.
Yeah, you bring in the big offensive lineman to get an extra big block here instead of your tight end of the game, and you still blew it.
The way they got manhandled up front all night long just is a puzzling decision right there.
Well, that's been the common theme for this Atlanta Falcons team from the start of the season.
In the third quarter, Matt Ryan finds Tony Gonzalez for a 15-yard gain. First down, Falcons. Then look at Gonzalez here, making a nice block to seal the end. Jacquizz Rodgers takes it in for the 4-yard touch. The Falcons make it a 3-point game. They're down 17-14. Now, a tweet came in from Joe Namath that said, I'm looking for the Jets to create a turnover, get after the quarterback, and make something happen. That's exactly what they did. Muhammad Wilkerson gets to Matt Ryan, and they recover the fumble. The Jets take over at the Falcons 27. Look at Broadway Joe.
He called it. But hey, Wilkerson, guys, all night long, he lived in that backfield. Play after play, he was in the backfield.
He was a busy man in the fourth quarter. Jeremy Curley fields the punt. Turns on the turbo for a second here, and he picks up 24 yards. Matt Bosher with the horse collar penalty. That's getting it down to the Falcons' 38-yard line.
You're a kicker or a punter, you just get them down however you can.
Doesn't matter, right?
No.
How about this pass from Geno Smith to Kellen Winslow?
Anytime you have Kellen Winslow in the back corner of the end zone and a defensive lineman in the flat, always throw to the tight end of the back corner of the end zone.
Was that big Sheldon Richardson in the flat?
Yes.
That it was. So the Jets go up 27-14. Falcons have the ball now. Matt Ryan looking deep for Julio Jones, but he drops it.
He's got to finish that one, but guys, he made up for it with a pretty sweet grab later on in the quarter.
He'll be back here in a minute.
He's talking to Roddy. No, I almost had it. 3 plays later, 2nd and 3 on the Jets 19. Jacquizz Rodgers making some old Nintendo moves there. 19-yard score. So it's 27-21 at this point, guys. The Falcons are coming back.
Well, they're running the ball despite the horrid offensive line play.
And the Jets trying to get some pressure on it, but they can't do anything there. Oh, look at that. Julio Jones. Call for offensive pass interference. So on the next play, Matt Ryan deep again for Julio.
This is monstrous.
That's sweet.
Yeah, that was
You
nasty.
see Cromartie try to arm bar him a little bit. So what does he do? He lets him hold the arm, get the flag. I'll catch this one-handed.
Those are two of the best athletes in the National Football League right there,
Yes.
Cromartie and Julio Jones. What a sweet catch.
So 3 plays later, 3rd and 1 on the Jets 18.
Ooh.
Matt Ryan nearly intercepted by Darren Walls. So it's 4th and 1 on the Jets 18.
Where's it going, Heath?
It should go into the fullback. Oh, I'm just kidding. Tony Gonzalez.
There he is, picks up the first down for the Falcons. So 4 plays later, the Jets going for it again. 4th and 3 on the Jets 7.
Where do the Jets think it's going, Heath?
Gonzalez. They had him double teamed. They had 4 eyes, 4 hands. They had him mugged.
Yeah.
But we get pass interference, or actually defensive holding
is
out
what
in
they're
the
calling.
flat.
Gives them one more chance this time. Matt Ryan to the big tight end. No, not Tony Gonzalez. Levine Toilolo.
The bigger tight end.
The bigger one. We'll say taller in stature. Oh, look at Gonzalez pump for the youngster.
So they take a 1-point lead, but here come the Jets. Geno and the Jets. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
How about some 2-minute offense
Well,
there?
you love the finish there by Stephen Hill. You know, you catch a little 4-yard route and he takes it for 12.
I almost wonder, guys, too, being in this hurry-up offense, that's West Virginia. I mean,
Yes.
This is where he's most comfortable,
It's a
getting
great
that
point.
rhythm and get rolling.
Yep.
Well, he looked mighty comfortable towards the end of the game here, trying to get his second comeback win, and he got a little help here. They pick up the first down, do the Jets. So they call timeout. They line up for the field goal, and wouldn't you know, the Jets pull off the win in Atlanta thanks to the field goal from Nick Folk. Look at Rex Ryan.
Kind of excited, a little pep in that step.
They're feeling good about this one. 30-28 is the final. The Jets are 3-2. The Falcons drop to 1-4. Here's Rex at the podium after a big win for the Jets.
As for Geno Smith and his Jets against the Steelers, Geno was excellent Monday night. Ben Roethlisberger, the Steelers, looking for their first win of the season. They've had all kinds of issues on that offensive line. They signed Levi Brown, but you know what, guys?
Didn't help.
He hurt his triceps in pregame warm-ups.
Oh, come on. You got to be kidding
It's
me.
true. Ben nearly sacked in the end zone. Then he's dropped by Garrett McIntyre. Doubled up by Calvin Pace and Lige Douzable.
You know what that's like when you go to the grocery store and buy fruit and you don't really look at it and you get home and it's spoiled, it's ruined, it's like,
is it what you thought it was going to be? It's called doozable? Is that what you said?
No, not doozable.
Oh, you were drawing something different. Okay, I thought you were drawing something with the name.
No, I'm on Levi Brown.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, with the triceps.
I got Antonio Brown with the drop. Geno Smith, you remember how good he was Monday night in Atlanta?
Yep.
Not the case today. Look how open Stephen Hill is.
Oh, you got to hit him. You got to put the ball on him. That's your opportunity. That's your moment in the sun. That changes the complexion of the game.
This time, Geno going to put it on the money, but watch the play by the veteran Troy Polamalu.
Troy was flying around, knocking guys all over the place. Perfect technique, hit, shoulder, head out of the way. Great hit.
That's going to leave a mark right there.
Third quarter, 3rd down and 2. Jets defense obviously thinking about the run. Play action, excellent call here. And better execution. Nice. Look how open Emmanuel Sanders is. 5 yards behind that Jets defense, 55-yard score.
Take a look at this replay right here. You wonder how can a guy get that wide open? You got to know a guy like Cromartie who's aggressive.
Yeah,
he bit on it.
And also, Jamie, he had no safety help, so he's by himself. So he needs to stay inside.
Right.
So he's trying to jump that route and gets beat.
Well, that's because that's Cromartie. You know, he's from the Harvard of the South, too, just so you know.
Oh, is he really?
Yes.
Well, he might want to go back to school.
And perhaps the most unbelievable stat through this point of the season, the Steelers had no turnovers created until that play right there.
And that's just kind of counterintuitive when you look at how great the Steelers defense has been over the years. They have been a low turnover team over the last 3 or 4 seasons.
Ryan Clark with that pick. 4th quarter now, Jets driving but trailing 19-6. Look at the pressure on the rookie right there. Picked off again, this time by another Florida State guy, Jim.
And I want to say Jarvis Jones, their first-round pick, was the guy that provided that pressure, who has been playing well for this defense as a rookie.
Up and down life for a rookie, guys. As you both know, Geno Smith, the AFC Offensive Player of the Week from his performance 6 days ago, but not so strong today.
Patriots and the Jets. In case you didn't know, Rob Gronkowski was back today. We spent a little bit of time on that this week at the NFL Network. Not a lot, just a little bit. How did he do his first game this season after 5 surgeries in the past year? First quarter, there's Gronk, his first catch of the year, 12 yards, 4 plays later. It was Gronkowski again for 30 yards down to the Jets 1. Brandon Bolden would score on a 1-yard touchdown run 2 plays later. Gronk had 54 yards receiving in the first half. How about Geno Smith? Looking to take advantage of a Pats defense without Vince Wilfork, Tommy Kelly, Gerard Mayo, Aqib Talib, Teddy Bruschi, Mike Vrabel. First possession, Smith finds Jeremy Curley for the 12-yard touchdown. It would be a 7-7 game. Then a 14-7 game after this play. Geno Smith finds Logan Ryan, who jumps the route. He goes 79 yards for the touchdown. Patriots lead 14-7. Third quarter, Patriots up 21-10 with the ball. This is the play that changed the complexion of the game. Brady has time, looking for Rob Gronkowski deep in his own territory, but Antonio Allen, who was shadowing Gronk most of the day, steps in front of the pass, runs down the sideline, dives into the end zone for the pick 6. Tons of defensive touchdowns in the NFL today. Brady's 3rd game with an interception. Patriots lead now down to 21-17. 2 Jets possessions later, same score. Look at Geno Smith, takes off right, makes a big juke and dives into the end zone for the touchdown, his 2nd rushing touchdown. After that, Mark Sanchez tweeted out, "I see you, G." Watch it again. The only thing Geno Smith didn't do was convert on the spike. And it was, that's okay, we'll work on that. We'll spend some time in practice on Wednesday. We'll work on spikes. Jets lead 24-21. 4th quarter, Pats ball trailing 27-21. Brady throws it to Brandon Bolden, who takes it down to the 1-yard line, but a flag on the play. Gronkowski gets called for an illegal pick. Watch again. Gronkowski is the guy who hits David Harris, frees up Bolden, but he's called for the penalty. 3 plays later, 3rd and 3. It's Brady looking for Gronkowski, either not on the same page or he didn't see the ball. Can't make the catch. Brady can't believe it. Oh, that was a touchdown. They settle for a 39-yard field goal. Pats trail 27-24. Ensuing Jets possession. Geno Smith looking for a big play. Stephen Hill catches it for the touchdown. But right away, the Patriots looking for a flag. They get it. Hill called for offensive pass interference on the push-off. No touchdown. Little shove to Devin McCourty. Jets would be forced to punt. So here's the Pats trying to tie the game. Rob Gronkowski nearly makes the tremendous one-handed catch, but can't hold on. Gronk thought he had it, so to go to overtime, Stephen Gostkowski, right down the middle. So it's overtime, tied 27-27. Gronk still can't believe the drop. Overtime, Patriots opening possession. 3rd and 10 at their own 38, 4th play. Brady throws right to Julian Edelman, but it's overthrown. Pats forced to punt. Ensuing Jets possession, Jets relied heavily on Chris Ivory. 3rd and 5, he runs up the middle and gets stuffed. They would have to attempt a 56-yard field goal for the win. Here comes Nick Folk. Doesn't have one over 50 this year. 56, dovetails to the left, but an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty called on rookie Chris Jones. Jets would get a first down and another opportunity. He's pushing one of his own players in through. The unsportsmanlike conduct penalty flag was thrown right away. 4 plays later, Nick Folk from 42 yards. This is what Nick Folk does. A folk hero for the Jets. They win 30-27 in overtime. They break a 6-game losing streak to the Patriots. Geno Smith, 233 and 2 touchdowns in the victory. Rex just a little excited.
Nothing like targeting a receiver and not getting enough balls thrown at you. Geno Smith taking on Andy Dalton and the Bengals.
He's excited. He's happy.
Who, Andy Dalton?
Yeah. Andy Dalton.
Well, I thought you were talking about Geno.
The Red Rocket had a lot to be happy about today because he had a young man named Marvin Jones who came in with 3 touchdown catches on the season, had more than that today.
Wow.
Yes, he had 4 touchdown passes for Marvin Jones.
It's 4.
It's 4?
4.
On this set,
the
it's
good
4.
thing about that is when somebody takes away your number 1 receiver, A.J. Green, he stepped up. And he was prepared and ready to go. Opportunity meets preparation.
Yeah, that was a big day for this young man with 4 touchdown catches. And Geno Smith, you know, we've seen him come back with this team before. Unfortunately for him, this not the day. Intercepted here by Chris Crocker.
Yeah, but Dan, it's a good game, and then it's one of these games. Feast and famine with the young rookie.
Like, no, you got to go out right there. You got.
But let's be clean too in what we are saying. It's feast and famine with them.
Nice.
But the reality is, they ain't got too many receivers anyway.
This wasn't a good one for the young guy.
No, they've been winning with the same guys, man. Yeah, that's why you got to give him more credit when he wins with those receivers. And you have to understand when he loses with that stuff, too.
Bengals now 6-2 after the 49-9 win. And guess what, folks? They're going to be on Thursday Night Football. The Bengals taking on the Dolphins. This is going to be a good game.
It's going to be a great game Thursday night, baby.
6-2, the Bengals.
Family affair at Jet Life Stadium. It's Rob, Rex, and Buddy ready for action. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know, expecting Family Feud there. Saints opening drive, 1st and 10 from their 36. Drew Brees connects with Darren Sproles along the right side, but Sproles is hit hard. Left the game with a concussion. Antonio Allen, the shoulder pad to helmet. Darren Sproles would not return. Later in the first quarter, here's what being a Jet fan is like, summed up in 3 seconds. Brees looking for Robert Meacham, tips it. It's going to be an interception. Instead, it's tipped all the way back to Meacham, who kept it just short of the first down. Watch it again. This ball bounces everywhere. 1, 2, 3 hits, 4 hits off Demario Davis's helmet. This still should be an interception. 5, 6, the Jets should still catch it. 7, 8. Robert Meacham somehow comes down with it. 2 plays later, 1st and 10 from their own 49. The Saints would capitalize. Jimmy Graham. Hey, Jaquan Jarrett, let's go for a ride. It's going to end in the end zone. 51 yards later, Saints up 7-3. Graham with the spike, still not 100%, but his injured foot not holding him back, at least in the first half. Second quarter, Saints ball. They lead 7-6, 2nd and goal from the Jets' 10-yard line. It worked once. Let's try it again. Drew Brees, Jimmy Graham, touchdown. Antonio Cromartie, a gnat on Graham's windshield. Listen to this. Jimmy Graham is fun. He should be a WWE wrestler. But just like that, it turned from a Jimmy Graham game into a Chris Ivory game. 2nd and 12 from their own 2-yard line. There goes Ivory, 52 yards against his old team. Ivory started to take over on the ground. Next Jets drive, 3rd and goal, Ivory. It's like the Saints didn't want to get near him. 3-yard touchdown, 93 in that score in the first half for Ivory. 2:18 left in the half, Saints ball leading 14-13, 1st and 10. Drew Brees looking for Nick Toon. Instead, Antonio Cromartie picks it off. His 2nd interception. Watch the replay. Cromartie drags his foot to stay in bounds. Sean Payton says, that was just 1 foot. The ref said, no, that was 2 feet. Marcus Colston says, yeah, no, I probably would have had that. 5 plays later, 1st and goal from the Jets 3. Geno Smith fakes the handoff, cuts back inside, in for the touchdown. Jets take a 20-14 lead into halftime, 17 unanswered, as Rob Ryan and his defense tries to regroup. 4th quarter, Saints ball trailing 26-17. 3rd and 1 from the Jets 36. Drew Brees looking for Jed Collins. It's a 1st down, but it's dropped. That leads to 4th down. This is a telling play. On 4th and inches, all their weapons. What do the Saints try to do? They run a reverse to Josh Hill, and Quentin Copel snuffs it out at the 45-yard line. Saints turn it over on downs, but the Jets unable to capitalize. 2:11 left in the game. Jets ball leading 26-20. 3rd and 9 from their own 30-yard line. Geno Smith looking for Stephen Hill. Incomplete pass. Rob Ryan's defense holds. Drew Brees gets a chance to win the game for New Orleans. Saints 2nd and 10 in their own 19-yard line. Here's Drew Brees looking for Nick Toon, son of Al Toon, former Jets great wideout, makes the catch for the 1st down, but the Saints are called for holding. Sets New Orleans back 10 yards. 3 plays later, 4th and 19, the last gasp. Quentin Copels pressures Drew Brees, who says, I'm going to try to throw this lefty. Incomplete. Jets win it 26-20. New York improves to 5-4. Rex Ryan still undefeated against his brother, lifetime in coaching matchups. Jets and the Bills, E.J. Manuel, and the Bills looking to avoid a 4-game losing streak. Rex Ryan thinking, hey, well, if the bye week came, that was our down week, we're going to have a great game this week. Yeah, not so much. 1st quarter, Jets ball. Geno Smith over the middle to Greg Salas for a 7-yard gain, but Smith gets crunched on the play. Watch again. Marcel Darius beats Austin Howard, gets him right in the midsection. Smith would come out for a play, then he would return to the game. Although as the game went for Geno Smith, he should have stayed out. 2nd quarter, Bills lead 3-0. Jets new safety Ed Reed getting the start. Coming off the edge on the blitz. Manuel decides to go deep to T.J. Graham. They connect for a 34-yard touchdown. D. Milliner loses track of the football. Rex Ryan, not a happy man. Bills lead 10-0. Ensuing Jets possession, 2nd and 10 at their own, 22nd play of the drive. Smith drops back to pass, but he gets sacked. Fumbles. Manny Lawson recovers for the Bills at the Jets 4. Smith was sacked 4 times in the game. Bills would score on a Frank Summers 3-yard touchdown run. Bills lead 17-0. Next Jets possession. Smith looking for Jeff Cumberland. Instead, finds Jarius Byrd. He returns at 21 yards to the Jets 5, but it would be placed back at the 27 due to a penalty on the return. Bills would hit a field goal to lead 20-10 going into the half. 3rd quarter, Bills possession, they lead 20-7. Manuel going down the sideline. Well, it worked so well. T.J. Graham, D. Milliner. Let's try it again. 40-yard gain. Jets would challenge the catch. Take another look. Things just didn't go the Jets' way today. Graham gets both feet down. The security guard on the field knows it's a catch. He knows. Hey, he's got it. All right, wait, come on. We don't need to look at this anymore. Come on, everybody, back to your seats. Back to your seats. Very nice, very nice. So it is confirmed. We don't need officials. We'll just have security guys make calls. Next play. E.J. Manuel again. This time to Marquise Goodwin, who torches Antonio Cromartie. Manuel 20 out of 28, 245 and 2 touchdowns, and the celebration pose. Yes, I did it. Bills lead 27-7. 2 Jets possessions later. My goodness, Geno Smith. Denoris Searcy takes it back 32 yards for a touchdown. Geno Smith 8 out of 23 for 103 yards, 3 picks, and a fumble lost. Bills win 37-14. Jets have not won 2 straight games this season, but the good news is for the Jets, well, they should play well and win next week. Jets and the Ravens. Jets trying to avoid their Tom Petty free-falling impression as they look to stay in wildcard contention. Joe Flacco, the Ravens have made the playoffs 5 straight years, that though in jeopardy. How about Ed Reed? back in his old stomping grounds, playing for the second time this season in Baltimore. First quarter, Ravens ball trailing 3-zip. Joe Flacco's pass for Jacoby Jones, broken up by Reed. That brings up a 4th down. Jones brushes himself off. Take another look. Leads with his chest, makes a good legal hit. Vintage Ed Reed. Ravens would settle for a 30-yard field goal by Justin Tucker. Tucker, a busy guy today. Second quarter, Jets ball trailing 6-3. The snap to Geno Smith, hits wide receiver Greg Salas as he comes in motion. Bounces to Terrell Suggs. This is Jets football in a nutshell. Geno Smith and Greg Salas talk it over after the snap. Hits Salas, Bilal Powell, instead of picking it up. Instead of falling on it, tries to pick it up. So the Ravens take over. 2 plays later, no damage done because Joe Flacco, where he was throwing this one, really unknown. Right to Antonio Cromartie, returned it to the Jets 29. Rex Ryan loves it. Jets are back in business. Flacco can't believe it. Will be a 9-3 Ravens lead at halftime. Third quarter, Jets now trailing 12-3, punting to the Ravens. Ryan Quigley's punt returned 37 yards by Jacoby Jones. He had a big day in the return game, a crushing block there. Jones's punt tack on 15 more yards for unsportsmanlike conduct as the Jets coaches on the sideline, and no, it's not Sal Alosi. One of the Jets coaches gets in the referee's way as he runs up the field. He gets called for unsportsmanlike conduct. This is how it goes for the Jets. Jets D would hold, though, forcing the Ravens to punt. Ensuing Jets drive. Geno Smith looking for David Nelson instead in a swirling wind, picked off by Corey Graham. Geno Smith and Rex Ryan at wits' end with what to do. Ensuing Ravens drive, 1st and 5, their own 34. This might be the last play of the third quarter where the wind was at the Ravens' backs. So they go deep, and Jones grabs it for a 66-yard touchdown. Ed Reed gets in the way of D. Milliner and Jones. Watch it right here. Milliner looks like he might have a beat on the ball, but Ed Reed gets in his way, doesn't look back in time. Jones in for the touchdown, 19-3. Jacoby Jones finished with 4 catches for 103 yards. Fourth quarter, Jets ball still trailing 19-3. Might be able to get in the end zone here, might be able to make it close. Instead, Geno Smith picked off by Corey Graham, his second pick of the game. Ravens win by the final of 19-3. The Jets fall out of control for that final wild card spot. Miami and the Jets, if this were a pop-up video, it would be counting down to Matt Sims' NFL debut in 1 minute, 1 minute 4, 1 minute 3, 1 minute 2. Geno Smith, since week 6, 1 touchdown pass to 10 picks, first offensive play of the game. Smith is sacked. 2 plays later, 3rd and 12. David Nelson's wide open for a first down. Instead, Geno Smith throws it to one of the assistant coaches. Second quarter, Jets down 3-zip. Smith looking for Greg Salas. Instead, finds Donnell Ellerbe. He picks it off, gets a decent run back. The Dolphins would lead 6-0 at halftime. Geno Smith threw for just 29 yards in that pick in the first half. This means Matt Sims would come out and lead the Jets in the second half. Sims warming up, Geno Smith warming his hands. New quarterback, though, same results. Bilal Powell fumbles the handoff from Sims. Dolphins take over. Watch it again. Powell doesn't even look like he's expecting to get the football, like it's supposed to be a fake. But this happens with a new quarterback. Jets' second turnover of the game. 2 plays later, Ryan Tannehill connects with Brian Hartline, who had a huge game. 31-yard touchdown, and he starts yelling at the Jets fans. The Dolphins take a 13-0 lead, capitalizing on the turnover. Next Dolphins drive, 2nd and 8 from the Jets' 28. Ryan Tannehill looks for Mike Wallace. D. Milliner, that's not a good tackle. Tannehill's second touchdown pass of the game. Dolphins up 20-3. A rough NFL education for D. Milliner. Watch it again. This play should be out of bounds. Instead, D. Milliner, at a half-hearted tackle attempt. Mike Wallace, 7 catches, 82 yards and a touchdown. Rex Ryan says, okay, look, this is what's going to happen. So you have to tackle guys. All right, great. Perfect. Great. Ready, break. Fourth quarter, Jets ball trailing 23-3. Matt Sims looking to get anything going, looking for Stephen Hill. Instead, it's picked off by Brent Grimes. The Dolphins win it by the final of 23-3. They improve to 6-6. The Jets have now lost 3 games in a row. Matt Sims in the second half, 79 yards and an interception in defeat. Raiders and the Jets. Jets owner Woody Johnson said pregame he has all the confidence in the world and Geno Smith likes the direction the Jets are heading. Was he saying it after this play? Geno Smith picked off early in the first quarter. Kevin Burnett. Raiders would be forced to punt. They would still trail 3-0. Next Jets possession, still leading 3-zip, 2nd and 7. Smith drops back, deep left to Jeremy Curley. Not at all how they drew it up with two receivers in the same spot, but it still goes for a touchdown. His first TD pass since before Halloween. My daughter still has candy left, so we got it in just under the wire. Second quarter, 2 possessions later for the Raiders, trailing 10-3. Matt McGloin looking downfield for Andre Holmes. There goes Ed Reed. Takes it down to the Raiders' 4-yard line. Jets would settle for a 23-yard Nick Folk field goal. Matt McGloin, how did I throw it right to him? Reed's first interception this season. Then, next Raiders possession. Antonio Allen blocks the punt, recovers it for the touchdown. Jets extend the lead to 20-3. That was the score at halftime. Third quarter, Raiders opening drive. Marcel Reese, the speed demon, up the middle, and he runs by everybody on the Jets defense. 63 yards for a touchdown. Playing for Rashad Jennings, who was inactive, and look, he even spikes it over the goalpost. Dozens of fans at MetLife Stadium very unhappy. Raiders trailing 20-10. Geno Smith and the Jets get right back in it. 8 yards for the touchdown. Jets up 27-10. That's about as fired up as Geno Smith gets. Very even-keeled. Raiders next possession. Matt McGloin to Rod Streeter, who could be running all the way back to Oakland and no one would catch him. Raiders trailing 27-17. Fourth quarter, 2 possessions later for the Jets. They're up 30-20. 3rd and 5, their own 48. It's Geno Smith scrambling up the middle, has some room, runs down the sideline, 32-yard gain before he's forced down. 2 plays later, 1st and 5 at the Raiders' 15. It's Chris Ivory. You can't tackle Chris Ivory. You really can't tackle Chris Ivory. And he falls into the end zone. The Jets extend the lead to 37-20. Watch it again. Ivory shakes 2 tackles, charged up. Jets go on to win it 37-27. Geno Smith, 219 and a touchdown, 50 yards and a touchdown rushing.
Kind of like a machine, Dan. Well, and a very large machine. That's Boston will just outright blowouts. Newton spins around. D'Angelo Williams, running room, midfield, and more. 30, down the sideline. D'Angelo Williams for the touchdown. Thanks to D'Angelo Williams. Newton gonna run with it and tracked down from behind, short of the first down by Sheldon Richardson. Boy, Sheldon Richardson, what a play by a defensive end. Their #1 draft pick this year. Look, he's got Newton by just 1 hand. In front of Ivory, he gets it again. Did he cross the goal line? No call yet. Covered by the Jets, but this is going to give the Panthers great field position. Jason Williams with the block. Tolbert walks into the end zone. Well, they won't need to review that. Third and 11. Smith over the middle, throwing into traffic, intercepted by Munnerlyn. Munnerlyn, 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. Munnerlyn's 2nd interception of the season, his 2nd pick return for a touchdown.
The Jets hosting Cleveland amid reports Rex Ryan has told the team that the decision to fire him has already been made. Going up against Josh Gordon, not a great prospectus. Did get off to a slow start in the first half, second quarter. Jason Campbell throws it short left for Gordon, but he can't hang on to the football. Rob Chudzinski says, yeah, all right, let's do it again. 4th and goal, let's throw it back to Gordon. Gets his feet in, but juggles the football out of bounds. Browns turned it over on downs, yet 1. That's how many feet you had in bounds. Next Browns possession, still leading 3-0. First and 10, the Jets 41. Marquise Gray takes the snap, tosses it to Josh Gordon, runs it to the Jets 19 for a 22-yard gain. 4 plays later, first and goal, and it's Edwin Baker, the new touchdown maker. Into the end zone, the Browns lead 10-0. Jets ensuing possession, first and 10, the Browns 41. Chris Ivory, who had a big day, runs right, takes it 21 yards. I get bruised just watching Ivory run, and I don't make a tackle. 6 plays later, third and goal, Geno Smith to the former Gator, David Nelson, for the 6-yard touchdown. Nelson's first TD as a Jet. Next Jets possession, still trailing 10-7. 35 seconds, 2 timeouts remaining. Geno Smith in the shotgun, runs out of bounds, gets pushed out of bounds. Rex Ryan, give me that call! Give me that call! Geno Smith got pushed out of bounds. He did get pushed late. It was a great flop by Geno. He's already been fined by David Stern. That would lead to a Nick Folk field goal, tie the game at 10. Third quarter, Jets ball. Geno starts hooking up with Jeremy Curley. 17-yard gain down to the Browns 23. Fourth quarter, same Jets drive, second and goal. Smith in the gun, looking for his new favorite receiver, David Nelson, who gets big-time separation for the touchdown. Nelson's second score of the day. Next Jets drive, leading 17-13, third and 6. It's Geno Smith, David Nelson, who dives forward for the first down. 5 plays later, third and 2 at the Browns 17. Geno Smith has some room. Why the Jets drafted him. Geno Smith into the end zone, untouched for the score, 24-13. Rex Ryan is fired up. Yeah! Ensuing Browns possession, second and 10. Last chance. You know what the Jets need is an Ed Reed interception. He hasn't had one yet, and if he would just come up, Ed Reed picks it off to salt away the win. The Jets win it by the final of 24-13, improved to 7-8 on the season. Jets and the Dolphins. Jets hoping to win and knock the Dolphins out of the playoffs. Rex Ryan hoping to know his fate for 2014. Here's a hint. He would know it right after the game. Antonio Cromartie trying to get the Jets going. Says he want to make sure it's the Dolphins' last game of the year as well. These two teams, don't like each other. Brian Hartline. Dolphins suffer a costly injury early on. Hartline over 1,000 yards, but after Hartline makes this catch early, gets brought down hard. Watch it again. Hartline's ankle twists as he falls to the ground. The Dolphins' offense not the same after this injury as the Dolphins lose their leading receiver. Early on, though, Tannehill was able to adapt. Second quarter, Dolphins third and goal. Under pressure, Mike Wallace beats D. Milliner for the touchdown. 5 yards out, Dolphins take a 7-0 lead. Maybe they are going to the playoffs. Later in the second quarter, Jets ball trailing 7-0. They got a nice drive going. Geno Smith runs and gets flipped down at the 1-yard line. Very next play, first and goal from the 1. It's defensive tackle Sheldon Richardson, who now has 2 more touchdowns than Hakeem Nicks on the season. Goes in from a yard out. Jets tie the game at 7. Richardson's second touchdown in the last 3 weeks. Next time the Jets have the ball, 47 seconds left in the half. Geno Smith connects with David Nelson down to the 2-yard line. 31-yard gain. 3 plays later, third and goal from the 7. Here comes Geno Smith. And it looks like he's going to get stopped, but here comes Bilal Powell, who shoves him Reggie Bush style into the end zone for the touchdown. Jets take a 14-7 lead. Powell should get at least an assist on that. Opening Dolphins drive in the third quarter, Joe Philbin decides on 4th and inches to go for it. Charles Clay gets stuffed short of the first down. Look at Rex Ryan jumping up and down on the sideline. Jets take over on downs. Next Dolphins possession, 2nd and 6 at the Jets 29. Ryan Tannehill looking for Mike Wallace. Instead, Dean Milliner, great anticipation, comes up with the pick. Dolphins offense struggling. Rex Ryan in the middle of a bunch of high fives. If this is my last game, I'm going out big. Fourth quarter, Jets leading 14-7, lining up for a 35-yard field goal. Nick Folk's attempt. Was it good? Was it no good? It looked like it could have been good. It looked like it could have been no good. It gets ruled no good. Remains a 1-possession game, but the Dolphins can't capitalize. Next Jets possession. Here's a little trickery, and Bilal Powell, who had a big game running the football, completes it to Jeff Cumberland. Cumberland all the way down deep inside Dolphins territory. I could spin the football better than that. I mean, come on. Rex Ryan loves it. Jets getting field goal range. 4 plays later, 4th and 2. This time, Nick Folk connects. It's a 17-7 Jets lead, pressure mounting on the Dolphins. Ensuing Miami possession, 1st and 10 from their own 23. Tannehill, the pass is tipped, and there is Ed Reed, as he's done so many times in his career. Comes out with a pick. Tannehill, 20 of 40 for 201 yards, a touchdown, and 3 picks. The Jets win 20-7. Miami is eliminated, and Rex Ryan, after the game, it's announced he will return to be the head coach of the Jets in 2014.